Hi, I'm Dave Hilgendorf, and I am excited to spend some time with you over this series of videos based on my book, Jesus is at Work, Having Joy and Purpose at Your Current Job. That probably sounds like an odd combination, your work along with joy and purpose, but that is at the heart of this book and at this video is to demonstrate and to share with you that those two things are meant to go hand in hand. Now the book is divided into 4 parts and has a total of 14 chapters. Parts 1 and 2 each have 3 chapters, parts 3 and 4 each have 4 chapters. There will be one video in this series dedicated to each chapter for a total of 14 videos. Though the theme of each video will align with the theme of the book, the content will not be exactly the same. So if you've read the book, you'll still benefit by going through these videos. Truth be told, my original thought was just to read the book for these videos, but my wife gave me some really good advice. And so as in response to that, I've developed some fresh new content for the videos. And actually, at the time I'm making these, it's been about 3 years since I published the book. And since that time, God has given me a lot of new ideas that reinforce and add to what I originally included in the book. So I'm excited to share those ideas with you through this new format. Now you don't need the book in order to go through these videos, but they do work well together. There are 5 discussion questions for each chapter located at the end of the book. And these are useful for both personal study and group discussions. You can purchase the book on Amazon.com. Now each video is short, right around 5 minutes, and you can use these videos in any way that makes sense to you, but here are 2 suggestions. First, you can use them one at a time for a total of 14 different sessions. Second, if you'd like to watch a longer portion of video at one time, you can watch all the videos for a given part. As I mentioned, there were 4 parts for a total of 4 sessions. Now in part 1, which is called Here's the Problem, we're going to define the problem of a lack of joy and purpose in our work. And hopefully, I'm going to convince you how big a problem this is for society in general, for the Christian community in particular, and for you personally. Then with that understanding from part 1 as a foundation, we'll spend the rest of our time together in a very positive way talking about what to do about this problem. In part 2, Dream with Purpose, we will inspire you to start dreaming again about a work life filled with purpose. In part 3, Think Like Jesus, we'll talk about what the Bible has to say about this issue of your work. And in part 4, Act Like Jesus, we'll talk in real practical terms what your new work life filled with joy and purpose might look like. Now this first video in part 1 is called First Things First. In this video, I wanted to give you an introduction and a brief overview of the whole video series, which hopefully I have now done. I also want to do one more thing. I want to offer you an invitation. Now, if you are not a disciple of Jesus Christ, I want to offer you 2 invitations. First, I want to ask you to humbly acknowledge that sin has separated you from God and to accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. If you do that, and if you believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, God promises in the Bible that you'll be saved and spend eternity in heaven with him. My second invitation is for you to be transformed by the renewing of your mind, which can only happen if you are first a believer in Jesus Christ. Now that second invitation is the same one I'm giving to you if you're already a disciple of Jesus. I don't believe you'll truly be able to benefit from the biblical truths in this course unless you are first a believer and you're willing to think differently than you have in the past about your work. You see, I don't just want you to hear some new ideas that might help you. I want you to shoot much, much higher. I want you to be transformed. I want you to see your life and your work in a whole new light and with a new set of glasses. Well, that brings us to the end of our very first video. I'll see you in video number 2, where we'll start to define just how big this problem of a lack of joy and purpose in our work truly is, and we'll do that beginning with a story about a man named Sam. See you next time.